The steel and aluminum workers are bracing for today's announcement from U.S. President Donald Trump on those global sweeping tariffs. 350 workers, represented by United Steelworkers, have lost their jobs so far due to effects from U.S. tariffs. Currently sitting at 25% on all steel and aluminum imports, more tariffs are expected to be stacked on top today. For a first-hand look at the effects on the industries, we've brought in John Caddo, Area Coordinator with United Steelworkers. John, good morning.
Morning.
I want to start off by asking, what is the mood of your members as they wait for the announcement coming at 4 today?
We have a lot of uncertainty amongst our members. So, you know, as far as the mood goes, everybody's sort of at a wait and see. But, you know, as you pointed out, there already has been a 25% tariff imposed on steel and a 10% tariff imposed on aluminum. And we've already started to see some of the effects of those tariffs that have been imposed already.
Yeah, we started off by saying 350 people have already been laid off. If these tariffs hold, John, or they increase, what are we looking at in terms of more layoffs?
That's another area of uncertainty. We're not entirely sure yet. I know that some of the employers that we deal with are trying to adjust their customer base and direct more of their products to, you know, the same side of the border. So, you know, we certainly expect that there will be effects and there will be potential job losses, but we don't know what the total effect will be.
Your U.S. union counterparts have been lobbying the government to drop these tariffs. It appears like that is falling on deaf ears. The decisions coming out of the White House seem to be the president's alone. What has been the response in your conversations with the U.S. side?
Yeah, we do have, we are an international union. We have members on both sides of the border. Our international headquarters is in Pittsburgh, and we have been lobbying the government hard south of the border as well as here in Canada, looking for, you know, enhancements to EI as well as other protection for workers and industries here in Canada. So, I mean, we get, you know, very good support from our American members, and, you know, we know that that's going to continue.
You know, there are those, and you've probably heard these conversations, who have said that the auto industry, for example, is not going back to what it was before President Trump. He's made it clear he wants it to be America first. He wants America to be American manufacturing and a manufacturing superpower. How is your union planning for that?
Well, listen, I think that the what Donald Trump is doing is an attack on workers and on working families and communities. So I think that his policies are misguided. I think that there's going to be impacts on both sides of the border. Like, you know, we're talking here today about layoffs and potential effects of these tariffs on Canadian industry. But I mean, there's going to be effects on American industry as well. There's already been layoffs at American steel producers. We've already seen, you know, prices are going to rise. So all that we can do is, you know, continue with the lobbying efforts. We are going to, you know, be challenging the Canadian government to utilize Canadian-made steel and Canadian-made products in Canadian-funded infrastructure projects, as well as expansion of some of the social programs like I've talked about, expanding work share, expanding EI, enhancements to EI, and so on and so forth.
John, when we are listening to this announcement this afternoon, we're thinking about you and we're thinking of your hundreds of thousands of members here in Canada and south of the border. Tell me what you're looking for, what you're listening for. What does a best and a worst case scenario look like for you today?
Best case scenario is that there's some kind of a diplomatic resolution to what's going on here, right? So, you know, the Trump administration has come out and said, I mean, initially it was, you know, because of the fentanyl and the illegal migrants going across the border. He's talked about, you know, national security. And again, these are all misguided messages, and this is just an attack on workers. So, I mean, ultimately, for us, we'd like to see a diplomatic resolution, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So that's why, you know, we're also focusing on the other, you know, work share programs, enhanced EI, you name it, and we would be looking for potentially our government to, you know, leverage our critical minerals and energy in response if needed.
Is that a solution that could come fast enough to help avoid layoffs?
I don't know that we're going to avoid layoffs at this point. Like, we've already experienced them. And I know that we have some employers that are announcing they're making their decisions on a week-by-week basis. So we just got another notification yesterday of an employer just laying off another 7 people. And it's every week they're reevaluating. And, this is part of the uncertainty that we talked about at the beginning.
That you and millions of others are feeling in this country, south of the border, and today around the world. John Cato with the United Steelworkers, I want to thank you for your perspective. We'll be thinking about you this afternoon.
Thanks.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.